Hey guys, it's Lindsay, and today we're talking about laptops and why a gaming laptop should probably be your next device. Let's get into it. On test we have the Lenovo Y740, Legion Y740. Legion is Lenovo's gaming brand. As you can see, glowing LEDs, par for the course. But when it comes to design, this is actually quite acceptable to tote around in the office. And then when you get home, some serious beastly AAA titles on this thing. We have the model equipped with the 8th gen Core i5 processor. It's got Nvidia GeForce RTX 260 graphics. Yes, RTX. This is the first ray tracing laptop I've had on test. And I am in two minds about that, but we'll talk about that later. This model, 8 GB of RAM. It's not the 16 gig version, but it's DDR4, so that's okay. So Lenovo claims 5 hours of battery life away from the charger. And that's a lot. It's a 57 kilowatt hour battery, 3 cell. It's a little bit small for what it is, for the size, but I can understand the trade-offs. Firstly, the 1080p 144Hz screen with G-Sync already highlights one of the problems. If you're running G-Sync on this device, you're getting 2 hours battery life, maybe 2.5 if you're lucky and you not connecting to Wi-Fi or something. So I like the trade-off because this device is packing a lot of componentry, a lot of power into a relatively sleek and slim device. You can get laptops from other manufacturers where it's really beefy, really intense looking things that you just don't want to let out of the house. But another consideration is because all the ports are on the back, or at least most of the ports are on the back, you can see that the intention is for this to be plugged in 90% of the time. So I'm sorry, road warriors, this is not going to be your dual device of choice. So I'm a fan of this design language. I was at the international press briefing last year where they unpacked exactly what the language is going forward and the intention for that language. And I like the idea of having a device that you can use in all situations. A lot of companies are going with bring your own device policies. So you don't actually use company assets, you bring your own hardware so that the company spends a little bit less money, I guess, and doesn't have to insure your stuff. So this is great for that application. This is great for freelancers who are going into client once or twice a week. You can switch off all of the lighting, that's Corsair lighting, and then it becomes a very socially acceptable device. But I'm a mobile first guy, as you know. 2.3 kilograms as I weight this, sometimes 2.4, can go up to 2.6 when you add in the ginormous power brick. So that's way at the edge of my personal limits. Also, at 361 millimeters wide and 267 millimeters deep, this does not fit in my preferred sling pack. So I had to roll out the roll top laptop bag that I do enjoy. It's a 2-layer model. But the only thing about that is, because it's so long, it makes my shirts ride up. Another device of design consideration is the nose cam. So it's a beautiful 1080p screen, but the webcam is below the display and it has a pretty big chip. So I don't dig that, but for the intention, if you're gaming with this thing, if you're streaming, you probably have quite an elaborate camera setup anyway, so you won't be using that. And if you really need to Skype the office, you should be doing that from your smartphone. But the underslung camera and that big chin does then add to the ergonomics because the screen is then a little bit higher up and there's minimal bezel at the top. When you're using it in laptop mode, when you're not connected to an external display, it brings that closer to your eye line so you don't get that super hunched over look. I mean, it's a couple of millimeters higher, but that couple of millimeters, your physiotherapist will love you for that. Connectivity is this thing's superpower. It has everything you need. It's actually, I describe it as the anti-Apple device because you get everything. They just threw alles at it. You're getting 2 full-size USB 3.1, they Gen 1s on the back. There's one Gen 2 USB 3.1 on the right-hand side, so you're not missing out on all that sort of speed. Then you have one HDMI, you have a mini DisplayPort, you have Lenovo's amazing reversible power connector, which I think is great, although the power brick, as I said, is humongous. And you even have space for a Kensington lock. As I said, on the right-hand side, you're getting your Gen 2 USB 3.1. On the left-hand side, you're getting a combination mic and headphone jack. And then you're getting that Thunderbolt 3 USB Type-C port that has power delivery. So if you're rocking a smaller power brick, maybe from a MacBook or something that's pushing out 80 watts, you might be able to get some trickle charge into it. but this thing really does demand 230 watts. And with all that connectivity, Lenovo plays a wonderful trick where they will allow you to use mini DisplayPort, the Thunderbolt 3 port, as well as the HDMI all at the same time, so you can have the 3-screen setup of your dreams. So full disclosure, I'm not much of a PC gamer. I prefer playing on Wii or on a mobile device, but when the RTX sticker was on this thing's box, I got really excited and decided to give it a bit of treatment. If you didn't know, Nvidia launched its ray tracing technology with its graphics cards in 2018. So what is ray tracing? Ray tracing is another level of information that the game developers can add into the game, where the graphics card will actually trace the individual photons of light to give you very realistic and accurate reflections, and lighting conditions will change. So it's a bit of ho-hum. It launched. First couple of games came out that had it in, and there wasn't much change, but there was a massive power drop. So you're pretty much running at 20% fewer frames on average when you have full ray tracing switched on. What really interested me is that Nvidia launched its own development studio that is now retrofitting older games with ray tracing technology. The first one out was Quake 2 RTX, which was amazing. Then Shadow of the Tomb Raider also got the treatment, alongside Doom Eternal, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Wolfenstein, and MechWarrior 5, which I'm still waiting for. It's not out yet. It's supposed to be coming out second week in December. I'm on the waiting list for that because I'm a massive MechWarrior fan. Although this is us parting like it's 2006 again. So what I loaded up, as I do with any gaming hardware that comes my way, I got us into the full 2005 mode. Played a little bit of Need for Speed Underground 2 with everything turned up to its maximum, and this thing did not skip a beat. When your CD drive is making more noise than your cooling fans, that is a very good sign. Lenovo, biggest PC manufacturer in the world. I really dig what they do on the workstation side. The packaging with the Y series, with the Legion laptops, has become really good. And it's really sleek and socially acceptable for us older folk who just like to sit at home, play our favorite games. It runs perfectly on this hardware, and dip our toes into some Apex Legends and play some Overwatch. So for me, Lenovo hit this out the park. In this configuration, you're paying between 18,000 and 22,000 Rand. If you're going up in RAM, you're going up to 23,000 Rand. If you want the max-Q Nvidia card, the RTX 2070, then you're looking at about 25 to 28,000 Rand. Then you can even go up processor to the i9 Core i7. That's all coming to South Africa. Shout out to EveTech for carrying all the devices. If you're doing some video editing, you're doing other creative work and you need the horsepower, but you also dig playing games, this is the perfect middle ground that you kind of want to hit. Processors are strong enough to run Adobe Premiere Pro. Graphics cards should help with that rendering time. This will probably last you about 3 to 4 years, depending on what's coming up in gaming development. I know AMD are adding in ray tracing technology into their next batch of graphics cards, which should bring everybody onto par. So there's headroom for growth. It's a good design. It has all the connectivity ports you need, all the power you can desire right now. And yeah, I like it, but that's just my opinion. You know the deal. If you dig what I'm doing, please share this with all of your friends, like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.